Okay, Torah concept in the New Testament. Let us not walk in drunkenness. So Paul warns in Romans 13:13, let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness. Okay, so the Torah doesn't use Paul's Greek phrasing, but it does establish a foundational prohibitions and warnings against drunkenness and excess. So the Torah parallels to not walking in drunkenness in a connection to Romans 13:13, Genesis chapter 9, verse 20-21. So we read here, Noah plants a vineyard, becomes drunk, and lies uncovered. So drunkenness leads to shame and disorder. And this is the first biblical example of intoxication showing dishonor and vulnerability. Genesis 19:30-36, the next chapter. Lot's daughters make Lot drunk, which leads to immorality, and direct link between intoxication and sexual sin, echoing Paul's warning against chambering and wantonness. Okay, so Leviticus 10, verse 8-11, the priest forbidden to drink wine before entering a tent of meeting is because sobriety is required for holiness and discernment. The Torah ties drunkenness to impaired judgment and being unfit for God's service. Okay, Numbers 6, verses 1-4. The Nazarite vow includes abstaining from wine and strong drink, which is a reference to how separation unto God requires sobriety. Okay, Deuteronomy 21, 18-21. The rebellious son is described as a glutton and a drunkard. Okay, and drunkenness is tied to rebellion and judgment. So the Torah explicitly condemns riotous, drunken living as covenant-breaking behavior. Okay, so Paul's exhortation in Romans 13:13 is not a new ethic, but is a Torah-centered ethic, reframed in Mashiach, in the Messiah, who we are in Mashiach, right? And he's drawing on the same covenantal logic. God's people are to be sober, they're to be holy, and distinct from the nations whose revelry leads to shame and destruction. This is how Paul taught Torah. The Torah has not passed away.